Yo, welcome back to another Jack Games video. Today we have for you the almighty Mew V. Yes, it is. Oh man, this deck is a monster. Ever since this sucker came out, it has just been in the meta. It is such a nasty deck. Oh, borderline busted. Borderline too busted. So, I'm gonna go ahead and get into the deck profile. I know most of you guys have probably already seen this, but we want to have it out here for you. So we're running 4 Mew V. We just want to be consistent here. We got to make sure we see our Mew V turn 1. We don't want to waste time. And yeah, the quicker we see our Fusion Strike, the better. And honestly, this deck is definitely one of those random luck decks where you're gonna if you watched other videos, I usually run 3 of the basic that we're actually attacking with, but this deck, you do not want to whiff. Oh my gosh. So, we're running 4. So, we're not really using the first or the second or like any of these attacks really. I mean, maybe you use Energy Mix, you get to search your deck for an energy card attached to one of your Fusion Strike Pokemon. So, hopefully you have one in your active and then one here so you can set this one up, but yeah, you're not really going to use that, to be honest. So, but still 4, and then we're going to run 2. A little risky to run 2, you know, maybe we're being greedy. If you prize one, that's risk, but, you know, and we're going to be taking prizes anyways, so we'll see the second one. But the whole point of this deck is we're going to be using Cross Fusion Strike. Choose one of your bench Fusion Strike Pokemon's attack and use it as this attack. And then also remember that his retreat is free because that is going to come up later. I'll explain. We don't really use the second attack. This attack damage isn't affected by any effects of your opponent's active Pokemon. I mean, literally you wouldn't even use the 130 because we're going to be trying to snipe for their big boy stuff. So the heart of the deck, and maybe the best card of the deck if we're being honest, Genesect V. I know I gotta get that altar. You know, these ain't look too bad, but you know, them altars. You know. anyways. So what he does, he's a Fusion Strike. You know, the whole deck is Fusion Strike Pokemon. But once during your turn, you may draw cards until you have as many cards in your hand as you have Fusion Strike Pokemon in play. So if you're doing the deck right, you should theoretically have 3 of these in your bench. 1 Mew up front, 1 Mew here, and then I'm going to get on this card next, but Melioda. This is your perfect setup. So the way it works is every turn, every turn, you use the ability. Now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Fusion Strike Pokemon. That means I'm going to get to draw 6 cards. So I use my first Genesect, draw 6, get rid of them. Use the second, draw 6, get rid of them. Use the third, draw 6. Like, literally insane that you can spam these. So bonkers. Anyways, then our next card, Melioda. So she is nuts. So she says this attack does 70 damage for each Fusion Strike energy attached to all of your Pokemon. So she doesn't even need the energy. They could be all on your Mew. And you can only run 4, of course, but she's gonna hit for 280 base without a choice belt. What a sleeper. Literally insane. So we run 2 because she is definitely worth it. Oricorio, I almost never play this card, to be honest with you. It's in here though because it's another basic. So all of your Fusion Strike Pokemon take 20 less damage from your opponent's attacks. So, I don't know. Maybe it comes up, but I've actually never used it. Just in there in case we need a basic. And it's a Fusion Strike. Of course, for Quick Ball, pitch a card, grab a basic, your Mew, your Genesect, your Melioda, whatever you need. But, you know. Or, honestly, Quick Ball is really good because in this deck, you want to try and have no cards in hand, right? So if you have a dead card, like say you have another Mew in your hand, right, that you don't need to play it, get rid of it, and then you could say you whiff. You could go through your deck and be like, oh, I don't have a basic Pokemon. Now you use the Genesect and go ahead and draw a fresh hand. Ultra Ball, of course, 4 of, because we're doing literally the same thing. Maybe we need a Genesect, maybe we need a Mew, But realistically, we're just pitching 3 cards out of our hand so we can use our Genesect ability to turbo through our deck and get the card we actually do need. Battle VIP Pass. Any deck this is in, this is busted. You literally feel like you're a VIP walking through because you're going to put 2 basic Pokemon onto your bench. You can only do this on your first turn, but you know, like I said, it doesn't matter. We're going to Ultra Ball this away, Quick Ball it away, you know, so it's not going to be too detrimental if we don't see this turn 1, but if you see it turn 1, you feel like a VIP, baby. Ugh. Then, of course, you can't run Mew without your golden power tablets. This right here guarantees that you are going to knock out whatever Pokemon's in front of you. So it says, during this turn, your Fusion Strike Pokemon's attack do 30 more damage to your opponent's active Pokemon. So unlike a Choice Belt where it has to be like a V or a V Max, this is going to do it to anything. And they stack. So 30, 60, 90, 120 on top of your 210 Techno Blast that Mew will do, right? And then if you have a Choice Belt, 240. So now this thing's hitting for 360. Like, show me a Pokemon that won't get one hit knocked out with this, please. Anyone, drop it in the comments. Let me see a Pokemon that won't die from 4 power tablets to the face. Then we're running Crank-O-Matic. Literally busted for Mew because we're just drawing cards, right? So Crank says, discard a card from your hand. Great. Get rid of a dead Battle VIP Pass, a dead Mew, whatever we don't need, right? And then go ahead, flip a coin. If heads, we search our deck for any card we want and put it into our hand. Literally amazing. We need our Mew V Max. We need like a Boss's Orders, or we need a Power Tablet, right? Then go ahead and grab it back. Busted. Literally busted. And it costs us nothing because we're going to grab a whole fresh hand back anyways. Then we're running 3 tracking shoes. I really tried to push it to 4, but 3 just feels right. Look at the top card of your deck. If you want it, add it to your hand. If you don't, look at the top card, add it if you want it. If not, discard it, then draw the next card. Ugh, sorry, I got a little tongue twisted there. Then we are running 3 Pokemon Catchers. Such a busted card. I would run it at 4 if I had the room, but literally you go ahead, flip a coin. If heads, switch one of your opponent's bench Pokemon with their active. So this is Boss's Orders, people. This is literally Boss's Orders for an item card. So good. So good. I literally can't even get over it. Switch. So the reason we run Switch, I told you this is going to be key coming up later. So the Mew is amazing. But sadly, when you choose one of your bench Fusion Strike Pokemon's attack and use it as this attack, so we're going to use Techno Blast. During your next turn, this Pokemon can't attack. So the only way we can get around this, thank God Mew has free retreat, right? So ideally, if you have 2 Mew VMAXs set up, you literally just swap one to the other, right? And now you're good. But say you only have 1 Mew VMAX out on your field, right? Now, what we're going to need to do is we'll retreat, because once this goes back into your bench, it's technically a new Pokemon if you bring it back out. So you'd be able to use the Techno Blast again. So you retreat with Mew for free, and then you go ahead and activate Switch to put Mew back into your active so you can attack again. So Switch is very key. Honestly, I think I'm upping this because 2 is too little. Get what I did there? Too little? Sorry. No. Anyways, but what a lot of people do to stall you in this deck is they will Boss's Order it up to your Genesect V, and he has 2 energy to retreat, and that is a lot. So I need more switches because all of my friends now, they always boss up the Genesect V because they know it's gonna buy them a turn until I find my switch. So Switch definitely has to go up, but the deck's so tight I really don't know what I'm gonna get rid of. Choice Belt, just, you know, it makes 210 240, and 240 feels better than 210. We run a 1 of Rotom Phone. Like, maybe I'd cut this for the Switch, but this is just so good. You get to look at the top 5 cards, choose one, shuffle the rest back into your deck, and then put this on top, put the card you wanted on top. Like, This literally just says, look at the top 5, add whatever you want. Like, how do you not? Like, you know? Fog Crystal, literally amazing. It's a one of, but you get to search your deck for a psychic energy or a basic psychic Pokemon, reveal it and put it into your hand. So grab your Mew, grab your energy, whatever you need. Really good, but also a potential cut for another switch. Then our amazing supporter, Elsa Sparkle. Alright, we're running 3, but I'm going to put these closer together so we can focus on this full art. So, choose up to 2 of your Fusion Strike Pokemon. Each of those Pokemon, search your deck for a Fusion Strike energy card and attach it to that Pokemon, then shuffle your deck. So, this literally says rampant energy for free. So now on turn 2, or like if you go first, yeah, I don't know. Either way, you're definitely attacking turn 2 with Elsa Sparkle. Like if you're turn 1, like if you're going second, so you can attack now and you can use supporters, you can attack. But sadly, you won't have your Mew VMAX out yet because you gotta wait 1 turn to evolve. But Elsa's so good, so good. Mandatory 3 of. Boss's orders. We want to make sure we're winning the game, and no card does it better than Boss's orders. Switch one of your opponent's bench Pokemon with their active. Such a good card. For stadiums, we're running a 1 of Training Court. Go ahead and grab an energy back from our drop, or we're gonna run Rose Tower. Draw cards until you have 3 cards in your hand. Really good card. I like that we have 1 and 1 because if I want to get rid of these cards in my hand, like use the Training Court, then get rid of Rose Tower out of my hand so I can draw some more. Because I've had it before. I ran like 2 Training Courts and then you get 1 Training Court stuck in your hand because the other one's on the field. So I think it's better to have different. Then last but not least, we're running 1, 2, 3, 4 Fusion Strike energy. This is what you have to grab for Elsa Sparkle. So what it does, it's a special energy only for Fusion Strike Pokemon. As long as this card is attached to a Pokemon, it provides every type of energy. Alright, so every type. It doesn't really matter, it's psychic is what we need. But prevent all effects of your opponent's Pokemon abilities done to the Pokemon this card is attached to. So sadly, this does not get affected by a Fan of Waves or Crushing Hammer. It can still get Crushing Hammered, but if your opponent's Pokemon is trying to get rid of your energy, they can't. So Fusion Strike, 4 of. We're running a Fusion Strike deck, we're going to run Fusion Strike energy. Run 2 basic, just for Training Court, grab it back. Double Turbo energy. Like I said, you never know when you're going to need to be able to retreat off a Genesect, or you just need another energy. So Double Turbo is the last card of our deck. I hope you guys enjoyed this deck profile. Mew is definitely one of the big 3 of this format. It's insane. If you don't have it, you got to get it. If you haven't played against it, you definitely need to learn the matchup. Bonkers. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. We'll see you on the next one.